the gears she's a-starting to pull. The gauge on the tank is a-showing near full, and the lights coming over the hill are a-blinding me. There's rain on the road, I can feel the load start a-shifting in a dance. Too late to see the post, and I haven't got a ghost of a chance. Oh no, the windscreen wipers are a-beating in time. The song they sing is a part of my mind, and I can't believe it's really happening to me. Oh, but I'm over the edge and down the mountainside. I know they'll tell about the night I died in the rain when the lights on the hill were a-blinding me. Hey! The road, I can feel the load start a-shifting in a dance. Too late to see the post, and I haven't got a ghost of a chance. Oh no, the windscreen wipers are a-beating in time. The song they sing is a part of my mind, and I can't believe it's really happening to me. Oh, but I'm over the edge and down the mountainside. I know they'll tell about the night I died in the rain when the lights on the hill were a-blinding me. In the rain when the lights on the hill were a-blinding me.
Seems you've gone without leaving. All the doors are closed at night. Though I've tried to think of leaving, goodbye isn't really good at all. There were really something good to it, and I knew it wouldn't get me down. I could leave in the morning, but goodbye isn't really good at all. That's the truth, and that's the lie. Though I've tried, I can't get over. Goodbye isn't really good at all. If goodbye were like it sometimes seems, like it's been in some of my dreams, I could leave in the morning, but goodbye isn't really good at all. placed gold on my finger. You brought love like I've never known. You gave life to our children, and to me a reason to go on. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from troubled winds. You're my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you're my best friend. When I need hope and inspiration, you're always strong when I'm tired and weak. I could search this whole world over, you'd still be everything that I need. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from troubled winds. You're my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you're my best friend. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from troubled winds. You're my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you're my best friend.
Hey, true blue, don't say you've gone. Say you've knocked off for a smoke out, and you'll be back later on. Hey, true blue, hey, true blue, give it to me straight, face to face. Are you really disappearing? Just another dying race. Hey, true blue, true blue, is it me and you? Is it mom and dad? Is it a cockatoo? Is it standing by your mate when he's in a fight? Or just Vegemite? True blue, I'm asking you. Hey, true blue, can you bear the load? Will you tie it up with wire just to keep the show on the road? Hey, true blue, hey, true blue, now be fair dinkum. Is your heart still there? if they sell us out like sponge cake? Do you really care? Hey, true blue. True blue. Is it me and you? Is it mom and dad? Is it a cockatoo? Is it standing by your mate when she's in a fight? Or just Vegemite? True blue, I'm asking you. True blue, is it me and you? Is it mom and dad? Is it a cockatoo? Is it standing by your mate when he's in a fight? Or just Vegemite? True blue, true blue.
He looked down into her brown eyes and said, say a prayer for me. She threw her arms around him, whispered, God will keep us free. They could hear the riders coming. He said, this is my last fight. If they take me back to Texas, they won't take me back alive. There were 7 Spanish angels at the altar of the sun. They were praying for the lovers in the valley of the gun. When the battle stopped and the smoke cleared, there was thunder from the throne. And 7 Spanish angels took another angel home.
She reached down and picked the gun up that lay smoking in his hand. She said, Father, please forgive me. I can't make it without my man. And she knew the gun was empty, and she knew she couldn't win. But her final prayer was answered when the rifles fired again. There were 7 Spanish angels at the altar of the sun. They were praying for the lovers in the valley of the gun. When the battle stopped and the smoke cleared, there was thunder from the throne. And 7 Spanish angels took another angel home.
There were 7 Spanish angels at the altar of the sun. They were praying for the lovers in the valley of the gun. When the battle stopped and the smoke cleared, there was thunder from the throne. 7 Spanish angels took another angel home. All right, y'all, help me now.
There were 7 Spanish angels
At the
altar of the sun.
Oh, I believe
They were praying for the lover
that it was.
in the valley of the gun. When the
Well.
battle stopped and smoke cleared,
There was thunder.
on the throne.
Oh, yeah.
7 Spanish angels took another angel home.
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, and just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pines. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly. Still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you. Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. On my mind. On my mind. On my mind. On my mind, on my mind, on my mind, on my mind, on my mind.
We've been shearing sheep, we've been mustering stock, we've been culling out roots, we've been spraying the crops, we've been droving cattle up an old stock route. Now it's Saturday night, we pile in the ute. We're the boys from the bush and we're back in town. Well, the dog's in the bag and the foot goes down. We're life members of the Outback Club. We're the boys from the bush come in from the scrub. We've been out in the heat, we've been loading the trucks, been fixing fences, we've been choking on dust. We curse the rain, we curse the drought. Now it's Saturday night, and we're all in the shout. We're the boys from the bush and we're back in town. We get high when the sun goes down. We're live members of the Outback Club. We're the boys from the bush coming from the scrub. We work the land through fire and flood. It's in our hearts, runs in the blood. We're the boys from the bush and we're back in town. Well, we raise hell when the sun goes down. We're live members of the Outback Club. We're the boys from the bush come in from the scrub. Yeah, we're the boys from the bush and we're back in town. We get high when the sun goes down. We're live members of the Outback Club. We're the boys from the bush come in from the scrub. We're the boys from the bush come in from the scrub. He's staring down the barrel of another desperate day, pulls on his boots. He can't walk away. He's running on empty. He's knocked about and bent, but he'll still be standing when the river runs again. Is the spirit in the rock, or pass the hat around? Is it freedom on the wallaby, or a dusty patch of ground? Is it a waltz, sing Matilda, or a hand upon your shoulder? Is this the spirit of the bush? She stares at empty cupboards, just like the day before. It's been so long, and she can't take it anymore. But she digs a little deeper and somehow finds the strength. She keeps believing there'll be better days ahead. Is the spirit in the rock, or pass the hat around? Is it freedom on the wallaby, or a dusty patch of ground? Is it a waltz, sing Matilda, or a hand upon your shoulder? Is this the spirit of the bush? Was it there when young Ned Kelly stood up for those oppressed?
Or when the brave young Anzacs put their courage to the test?
Or
Or is it out there with the battler when he gives it one last try?
Through the darkest moments, you see the spirit shine. Is the spirit in the rock? Oh, pass the hat around. Is it freedom on the wallaby or a dusty patch of ground? Is it waltzing Matilda or a hand upon your shoulder? Is this the spirit of the bush? Is the spirit in the rock? Oh, pass the hat around. Is it freedom on the wallaby or a dusty patch of ground? Is it waltzing Matilda or a hand upon your shoulder? Is this the spirit of the bush?
We've done us proud to come this far, down through the years to where we are, side by side, hand in hand. We've lived and died for this great land. We've done us proud. I sailed the sea in search of freedom. I tilled the soil for seed to grow. I built fences to hold the cattle. I mined the earth in search of gold. I sheared the sheep
Outback Club. You don't back down and you don't give up. He's living in the land he loves. Born and raised, he's a member of the Outback Club. She rides the boundary fences with the blokes. She's a match for any man alive when she works them all. Before the job is done, there's another just begun. The kind of woman any man be proud of. She's a member of the Outback Club. She don't back down and she don't give up. She's living in the land she loves. Born and raised, she's a member of the Outback Club. Works the field, maybe just bringing out coal. They're out there working their fingers to the bone. Might be trucking the stock, maybe working the mob. They got one thing in common, the country heart and soul. They're members of the Outback Club. They don't back down and they don't give up. They're all living in the land they love. Born and raised, they're members of the Outback Club. We're all members of the Outback Club. We don't back down and we don't give up. We're all living in the land we love. Born and raised, we're all members of the Outback Club. We're all members of the Outback Club. We don't back down and we don't give up. We're all living in the land we love. Born and raised, we're all members of the Outback Club. Yeah, we're born and raised, we're all members of the Outback Club.
Oh, yeah. It's a long straight road and the engine is deep. I can't help thinking of a good night's sleep, and the long, long roads of my life are a-calling me. These rough old hands are glued to the wheel, my eyes full of sand from the way they feel, and the lights coming over the hill are a-blinding me. It's a long, tough haul from away down south. A man's gotta find a little bread for his mouth, and a home for a girl as sweet as my honey can be. So it's down through the gears, she's a-starting to pull. The gauge on the tank is a-showing near full, and the lights coming over the hill are a-blinding me. There's rain on the road, I can feel the load start a-shifting in a dance. Too late I see the post and I haven't got a ghost of a chance. Oh no, know they'll tell about the
I don't understand why you're breaking your back in this wretched land. Why do you do it so tough with so little to show? Well, he shrugged his shoulders and said, it's just what I know. Well, he's out in the scrub, he's sinking a bore. He's covered in grease and his knuckles are raw. But he won't pack it in till the brown water flows. Ask him why and he'll tell you it's just what he knows. He's just a ordinary bloke and he's doing us proud. What he's putting in keeps the wheels going round. Every day he'll be out there, but he shoulders the country, this ordinary bloke. Well, a neighbor calls up, says he'll need every man. There's a scrub fire burning and it's got out of hand. Well, it'll help out his mate, it's just how it goes. And he won't count the cost, it's just what he knows. He's just a ordinary bloke and he's doing us proud. Well, he's putting in, keeps the wheels going round. And every day he'll be out there, battling or broke. But he shoulders the country, this ordinary bloke. When the war broke out in Europe, came the call to enlist, and that brave Aussie boy with that big heart of his had something called honor etched in his bones, and he laid down his life doing just what he knows. He's just a ordinary bloke, he's doing us proud.
When the hands of time stand still and the last breath has been taken, there's an emptiness that cannot be described. No one can ever fill that space, but the memories of time spent together will bring comfort. And today is about coming together, sharing memories and supporting Ivan's family. On behalf of Nairi, John, Leanne and their families, I warmly welcome you. Your presence and support at this time is greatly appreciated. Also, welcome to Ivan's daughter Leanne and granddaughter Kiralee, good friends Mick and Sue and family, Neil and Marie and others who are unable to be here with us and are joining us by live stream. My name is Delma Carpenter, a funeral celebrant, and along with Brendan and the staff at Parkside Funerals, we feel privileged to have been asked to conduct this service for you. Please, if you haven't done so already, now's a really good time for you to turn your mobile phones onto silent. A funeral service is an important time because it brings a sense of completion for us as we face the reality of the death of a loved one. It gives us the opportunity to reflect and celebrate the life of the person that we have lost. Today, we can think back over Ivan's life and the relationship with him and our memories. There are going to be many moments and memories which will be different for each of us here. Let's together cherish those stories, because that's what made Ivan special to us. I take this opportunity to extend our condolences to Ivan's family, to his wife, Nairi, son John, daughter Leanne and granddaughter Kiralee, brother Wayne, sisters Heather and Susan, Margaret and their families. There is no easy way to come to grips with the loss of someone that you love. Please know that we're here today to support you and share with you in your grief. I take you back to the year 1952 on the 25th of January, the day before Australia Day, when Max and Helen welcomed their son Ivan Max into the world. Ivan had 4 siblings, Susan, Heather, Wayne and Margaret. The family lived in Somerset, and it must have been a special time for Ivan walking to the local butcher shop with his mum, holding her hand, because it was a memory he recalled and shared with his children. It was a big change for the family when they moved from town to the wide open spaces of country life in Natone. Living on a farm, there was plenty to do. Ivan and his brother Wayne helped milk the cows, they fed out, and anything that needed doing around the farm. There is a story that the family shared with me about the time that Ivan was helping Max cut limbs out of a big old macrocarpa pine tree. They were both up in the tree, and back then, no safety gear. Max was on one of the upper branches and Ivan further down. Ivan noticed that something red went past and thought it was Dad. He must have been hot and has taken his coat off and thrown it down. But no, it was poor Max going past, who went on to suffer multiple broken ribs and bones from the fall. Ivan attended Natone Area School, and again, there's another little story that goes that Wayne and him would always fight after school, eat 6 slices of bread each and then be fine. They must have been hungry. Later in the service, I'll be sharing Ivan's sisters' memories and stories of their childhood. Leaving school, Ivan worked at the acid plant in Burnie before gaining a position as a salesperson at Lloyd Campbell's, which was a well-known electrical shop in town. It was during this time that Ivan met and married Diane McCarthy, and they went on to have 2 children, John and Leanne. Not all marriages work out, and theirs was no exception. Ivan was a loving, caring dad to John and Leanne, enjoyed spending time with them, and as they were growing older, he spent a lot of time with them and sharing his love and knowledge of the outdoors. When Ivan's father Max established an outdoor sporting shop in Burnie, both him and Wayne went to work at the store. It was a highlight for the business when they won a trip to Japan through a company that makes Ryobi fishing reels. And what an eye-opener it must have been for Max and Ivan when they travelled to Japan. I was told they were so impressed with the people, the culture and everything about the country. On returning home, Ivan was in his glee, presenting a slideshow to the students in John's class at school. With the sports store being sold, Ivan moved to Launceston, where he had many different jobs, from working on a pig farm to a florist shop, a restaurant and a barman at the press club. He worked on the west coast at Strawn, doing maintenance work for the hotels, and then on to the Tulla Hotel, where he met Nairi, who was working there as a cook. They got on well together and married in 1999. Ivan and Nairi travelled a lot on the mainland, with Ivan finding maintenance work wherever they went, from Palm Beach in Sydney to working on a farm in central New South Wales to a tourist sheep station at Parks, where he did a lot of fencing and at night sat around the campfire looking after and talking to the guests. This was what Ivan liked best, talking to people. Being clever with his hands, Ivan did maintenance work for many different businesses, hotels in Launceston, Cradle Mountain Caravan Park, and building sheds for people. His last job was with Housing Commission Tasmania, maintaining their houses up until around 2 years ago, when he was forced to retire because of illness. In his spare time and having a love of the outdoors, Ivan was happy dropping a line in to catch a fish in the nearby rivers and dams or up at the lakes out in the boat. Along with his father Max, they built a number of shacks for family members at the lakes. Ivan was a hunter. He spent a lot of time spotlighting for wallabies and rabbits, and for a time was shooting commercially to sell meat. He was also a member of the Burnie Gun Club and involved in clay target shooting. When asked what made Ivan smile, it was his Holden VL turbo car, his pride and joy that he kept absolutely immaculate. There are many brides and leavers dinner students who Ivan proudly chauffeured to their special occasions in his car. Nothing more delighted him than displaying his baby at all the car shows, as well as having the opportunity to have a chat with like-minded people and those visiting the show. You all have memories of Ivan, but sometimes it can be just the simple things that will remind you of him. How he liked plain food, just meat and 3 veg, the overcooked the better. Remembering how he loved his pets, especially his Springer Spaniel who he trained to take the keys from his top pocket. Or how his shoes had to be completely worn out before he'd buy another pair. Or how he liked to sit back, relax and enjoy Jim Beam at the end of a day. And then there was the country and western music, playing the same 2 songs all the time and driving everyone around him crazy. And then it could just be when you get together and Ivan's not there, and you'll remember him. Ivan was outgoing and liked to keep active. He had a great work ethic, and it was through his determination that seen him have a go at anything. He had a life full of adventures, challenges and achievements, and while some might not have agreed with how he led his life, he lived it the way he wanted to. Ivan left our world on Wednesday, the 17th of November 2021, but will never leave the hearts and the minds of those who loved him. I'd like to share a tribute with you. It's a poem from his sister Margaret. I hold on to our memories, the ones that are so dear, to try to keep you always close now that you are not here. You were called, it was your time, but it is so true, you've left a legacy that there was no one like you. You were very special, and I want to say I feel lost in many ways. You are not here today. But I will never forget you, and I know I have been blessed to have you for my brother because you were the best. From his sister Susan. I always look back on growing up as part of the family of Max and Helen as a very special childhood. We weren't rich, but we were rich in things that mattered. We went on so many family outings to places like Rocky Cape, Waratah, Stanley, Forth Falls, and lots more. Trips often included Dad's parents who lived close by and Dad's sister Thelma and her family. Trips meant exploring, fishing, catching lobsters, games, and of course a great picnic food. Lots of times the roads were gravel, sometimes corrugated, which meant plenty of hanging on in the back seat, screaming at the bumps and hoping that old Nana's trifle was still intact at the destination. Dad's influence helped Ivan and Wayne develop their love of fishing and the outdoors. When we lived at Somerset, it was only a few minutes' walk to the beach. Dad made us a cart from a wooden box. Heather and I were still at primary school when we used to load up the cart with a small tent that Ivan and Wayne had received from Santa, our swimming gear, our lunch and bottles of cordial made from Mum's lemon syrup and water, and then set off to spend a good part of the day at the beach. We were quite young, no mobile phones, and I wonder how many mothers of today would let their children do that. But we had a great time together, entertained by the water, the sand and each other. Of course, we met our other youngsters on the beach, but it taught us to entertain ourselves and look out for each other. In the family unit of 7, we all had our jobs to do, like looking after Dad's hunting dogs, washing the car, getting in the wood, helping with household chores, or tidying up Dad's workshop. A fairly strict code of conduct helped to make and mould the 5 siblings into adults we've become. Today, we, the remaining siblings, say farewell to our brother Ivan. We will remember him as that dark-haired, freckled-faced youngster holding the carrot in the Advocate photo. As the young man proudly riding his motorcycle, a love passed on to his son John. And in later life, as an entertaining yarn and storyteller of his exploits, people he'd meet and places he'd seen. Dear Ivan, ride like the wind now, free of all pain, your loving sister Susan. And from his sister Heather, one should remember that not to mourn too long for those we love is self-indulgent, but to honour their memory with a promise to live a little better for having known them gives purpose to their life and some reason for their death. You're in my heart and thoughts, Heather. Looking back through photos brings back so many memories and happy times and special moments that you have spent with family and friends. We're now going to take you back and look at Ivan's life through photos with an audio-visual presentation.
Well, he's looking kinda jaded, and his sight is not the best, and the hair around his muzzle's turning grey. He has seen 100 musters, and I think it's only fair we leave him in the long yard here today.
He was broken in the 60s, maybe 63 or 4. I never faltered, always seemed to be on hand. Never have I seen him beaten by a bullock in the bush, and at night watch he was picked of all the land. Hey, so leave him out there in the long yard, do not rush him. Leave him out there with his mate, the bully bay, with his mates that he can graze, he can laze with. Leave him there and we will turn him out today. Kind of jaded, and his sight is not the best, and the hair around his muzzle's turning grey. He has seen 100 musters, and I think it's only fair that we leave him in the long yard here today. Take it away.
He's entitled to some kindness in return for all he's been. Now he's failing and his step is getting slow. Let him squander his last summers by the river with his mate, in the paddock where the sweetest grasses grow. So leave him out there in the long yard, do not rush him. Leave him out there with his mate, the bully bay. Leave him there to light the smoke, oh, we'll catch him. We'll pull his tail and turn him out today. Hey, yeah, leave him out there in the long yard, do not rush him. Leave him out there with his mate, the bully bay.
Leave him there till after smoke, oh, then we'll catch him. We'll pull his tail and turn him out today. Yes, we'll pull his tail and turn him out today.
Oh,
Was that the carrot that made the front page of the Advocate? It was, yes. On behalf of those who loved Ivan, I offer their heartfelt thanks for your presence here today and the love and the support that you have given them. Also a special thank you to Ambulance Tasmania for their wonderful care. I warmly invite you to join the family here for refreshments at Parkside, and this is where you'll be able to share your memories of Ivan with the family and with each other. We are gathered here believing that all human life is valuable and to acknowledge that truth. Ivan's life was lived in all its uniqueness. We should feel happy for the moments that brought joy, humour and laughter. He was a kind, considerate man who worked to provide for his family. He was a selfless person who always was on hand to help others. His achievements and work ethics were achieved by honesty, total effort, and giving of heart, mind, and spirit. Ivan was friendly and outgoing and always keen to have a chat. Nothing can erase the depth of experience that Ivan faced, and nothing can detract from all that he endured. Nothing can affect the happiness and the joy of life that Ivan knew, and nothing can change your love for him and his love for you. As we come to the final part of the service, I'd like to invite family to come forward to say their own personal goodbye to Ivan by placing a sprig of Boronia on his coffin.
You placed gold on my finger. You brought love like I've never known. You gave life to our children, and to me a reason to go on. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from troubled winds. You're my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you're my best friend. When I need hope and inspiration, you're always strong when I'm tired and weak.
It is now time for the committal. Please stand if you are able. As much as there is a sunrise, there must be a sunset. The rejoicing over birth will one day become the tears of loss. This is a journey that we all must travel, and right now it is a journey our dear Ivan must go. Tenderly and reverently we commit the body of Ivan Max Elliott to the purifying elements, grateful for his life that has been lived and all that his life has meant to you. On the wings of an eagle our love for you flies, soaring higher and higher and touching the skies. We reached up above and pulled a star from the sky to place it within and hold it close by, to dwell there forever as our love for you on the wings of an eagle, enduring and true. May you go forward in the next part of your journey, Ivan, with great love and respect. We bid you farewell. As we leave this place, may there be comfort in your love for each other and your memories. Share them freely without reservation.
Some folks say my old mate is is gonna come to no good. Well, he's a bit of a roughie, and he doesn't always act like he should. When there's trouble brewing, he won't hesitate, no doubt about it. He's a bloody good mate. We've been through thick and thin. At times you've saved my skin. When I needed a friend, whoa, you've jumped right in. Now he brings home all kinds of dead things he likes to show everyone. And he gets a bit on the nose sometimes, and he's proud of what he's done. And down by the chook house, the King Brown was waiting to strike. Well, mate, you rushed in, and you probably saved my life, mate. Through thick and thin, at times you saved my skin. And when I needed a friend, whoa, you've jumped right in. Now he's seen better days and he just hangs about. He's lost a few teeth now and his coat's fallen out. And it'll break my heart after all we've done when I call his name and he don't come. Mate, we've been through thick and thin. Times you've saved my skin. When I needed a friend,